I'm Judy Harvin. I know some days it can be very challenging to find your way into the studio. Life gets in the way, and even if you have an at-home practice, it can be hard to find the length of time that it takes to do a complete yoga practice. But you can do an awful lot with just 20, 15, 10 minutes. That's why I've developed a series of shorts that you can do whenever you need them throughout your day. This very first practice I've developed is a wake-up practice. It's very gentle. It's just meant to help open up the upper body, draw energy in, wake up the spine, and get you ready for your day. So, good morning, and let's get started.
We're going to start with a heart opening sequence. Take 2 blocks and position them as I am doing here. And then turn and rest your spine on the blocks. Position the closest corner of the block at about the low ribs, and then adjust until you're comfortable, laying your head so that your forehead is slightly higher than your heart. Now, if you don't have blocks, you can use a bolster or a blanket, and that might actually be a little bit more comfortable first thing in the morning. If you're a little tight, it's a little lower. And if you don't have a bolster and a blanket, you can also use 2 firm blankets, positioned as I have here. Once you find the perfect spine position, your legs, we have a few choices for you. You can take the soles of your feet together and separate your knees in a resting Baddha Konasana. You can do the same thing with your ankles crossed. This might be a little bit easier if you're a little tight in the hips in the morning. Or lastly, you can also extend your legs straight. Do whatever's comfortable. The key is that you're comfortable. Here, I think I'm going to choose a little Supta Baddha Konasana. Then, once you have your legs and your spine just where you want them, open your arms out to the side, palms up. Rest your arms on the floor and begin to soften. Relax your forehead and your jaw. Make certain you're not gripping with the shoulders or the chest, the spine, or the belly muscles. Take a few breaths just to soften and release into this supported pose. Now, maybe you've been breathing very shallow all night long. Let's begin to deepen the breath. Slowly over the course of the next few breaths, draw the air a little deeper into the lungs until you feel as though you're drawing the air all the way down to the base of the lungs. Feel your ribs expand and your chest lift as you inhale and exhale. Fill your lungs with air as you inhale and soften a little deeper as you exhale. Imagine that you're breathing in fresh energy as you inhale and exhale away any old stale air. You may feel a gentle opening in the chest and in the shoulders. Continue to soften and release. On your next inhalation, sweep your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, extend your index finger and thumb so you're pointing at the wall behind your head. Then as you exhale, draw your elbows down shoulder level into goal pose position. Inhale, extend the arms up over your head, pointing at the wall behind you, and exhale, sweep the arms into goal pose position, elbows bent, shoulders level. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale into goal post. And then bring the hands all the way down to the knees and lift the knees up. Roll onto your side and move the blocks or any other props you're using off your mat. Then let's come into hands and knees. We're going to open the hands a little bit. So keeping the ball mounts of your fingers pressed down into the mat, lift the heels of your hands up. Start with your right hand and then your left, moving back and forth, rocking a little bit from index finger to pinky finger. You may notice that one hand is more flexible than the other. Then come into tabletop pose with your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips with a long spine. As you exhale, round, bring your chin to your chest, lower your tailbone. Inhale, come into a back bend, lifting your tailbone, looking forward and letting your belly release to the floor. Exhale, round the spine again like a cat. And inhale, create that back bend, pressing the heart forward and the tailbone up. Exhale, round, separating the shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen, and then let the belly drop to the floor into your back bend. Exhale, round again, lengthening from tailbone to neck. Inhale, back bending, lengthening the heart forward as the tailbone lifts. Exhale, round, and this time, bring your hips to your heels. Inhale, flow forward into your back bend. Exhale, round, hips to heels. Inhale, flow forward into a back bend. Exhale, round again, hips to heels. Inhale, flow forward into your back bend. Exhale, round. Press the hips to the heels and pause here. Now, if keeping your knees together is uncomfortable, separate them slightly so that your belly can rest between your thighs. Then bring your arms back into goalpost position, elbows bent 90 degrees, forearms resting on the floor, and allow your upper back to broaden. If your legs are together, you can press your belly into your thighs, and as you breathe, this is going to increase that sense of expansion in the back body. Otherwise, just breathe here and feel the back body open. Then slide your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up to seated. Walk your hands all the way to the front of your mat and begin to walk your knees away from your hands as far as you comfortably can. Then continue pressing your hips back toward the heels and rest your forehead on the floor. Allow your heart to feel as though it's releasing toward the mat and relax your belly so that each time you exhale, you feel your belly rise up toward the spine, gently massaging the abdominal organs, particularly the organs of digestion. We'd like to get those moving first thing in the morning. Continue to breathe, relaxing the belly. This is a wonderful side body opener and a shoulder opener as well. And it really helps to lengthen the spine. On your next inhalation, come back up to tabletop. Walk your hands back and your knees forward and curl your toes under and sit on your heels. Now this might be a little uncomfortable, in which case you can always lean forward a little bit. Reach back and rub the soles of your feet with your knuckles, massaging the tendons and the muscles in the base of the feet. Then lift the knees off the floor. Separate your feet a little and press your heels together. Now throughout this next exercise, the heels will stay lifted and pressed together. As you exhale, you'll lift your hips up toward the sky, and as you inhale, lower your hips back to your heels. You don't need to get the legs completely straight. Exhale and lift the hips up. Inhale and lower to the squat. This is a good exercise for warming up the low body and for stretching the entire back body, the whole length of the legs, the spine to the base of the neck. The next time you exhale and lift up, separate your feet and lower your feet to the floor. Hang here in a nice, easy, soft, kneed forward fold. Let your arms be limp. Let your neck relax. Move just like a rag doll, releasing any tension, loosening up anything that might be tight from laying still all night. And then bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come all the way to standing. This next exercise can be challenging to learn, so take your time. Don't practice if you have high blood pressure or if you're pregnant. Stand with your hands on your hips, feet hip distance apart, and then inhale and lift your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, and exhale to the right. Inhale, lift, and exhale to the left. Inhale, lift, And exhale, bring your hands to your knees, purse your lips and blow every little bit of air that you can out of your lungs. Then pause at the bottom. Now here's the tricky part. Relax your belly. You may notice a little suction. Take advantage of that and draw your belly in and up. Don't strain. And then when you feel like you've had enough, relax the belly again. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale back to standing. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, purse your lips, lower your hands to your knees, and squeeze all the air that you can out of your lungs. Relax your belly. Feel that little suction. Draw the belly in and up. Again, no strain, just as much as you're comfortable. And when you're ready, relax the belly. Inhale, arms reach to the sky, and exhale, lower. One last go. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift, and exhale to the left. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, purse the lips. Lower the hands to the knees. Squeeze every bit of air that you can out of the lungs. And then draw that belly in and up. This is very toning for the abdominals. Very good for stimulating digestion. Then relax the belly. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and back to standing. Good work. That might take some practice.
Finish our practice this morning with Kapalabhati breathing. This is a very energizing pranayama. It helps to stimulate the abdominal and the digestive system and helps draw energy up so that you feel alert. So, if you haven't done Kapalabhati before, it's simply a very sharp contraction with the abdominals to become an active exhalation. The inhalation is passive. The air just sort of comes back in when you relax the belly. So if you place your hand on your belly and then closing your mouth, imagine that a gnat has just flown up your nose. So you might do a little quick to get that critter out. That's the action of Kapalabhati breathing. So let's do it together. We're going to do 30 slow rounds of Kapalabhati, each round just being one contraction. And we'll finish with a nice deep inhalation to help draw energy into the system. So come into a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. And if you'd like to place a hand on your belly, you can do that. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale about half of the air from your lungs. And then begin. Exhale as completely as you can, and then take a deep inhalation. Pause at the top. Allow that breath, all that energy and oxygen to soak into the tissues and into the cells. And then take a slow, controlled exhalation. Take a normal breath. And let's do one more round. So, a nice deep inhalation. Exhale half of the air from your lungs and begin. Finish. Exhale completely. Take a nice deep breath in. Pause at the top. And exhale. Notice how you feel. And bring your palms together at the heart. Give yourself a deep inner bow for beginning your day with your practice. And I thank you very much for sharing your effort and energy with me. Namaste.